What if I told you your own mind isn't always your friend, but you have a hidden superpower to change that? There's a secret ability inside you, and it's called the observer effect. Today, we're diving deep into a game-changing concept that can free you from the endless chatter in your head and give you back control of your emotions and your life. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to turn down the volume on your inner critic and start living with more peace and purpose. This isn't just some fluffy feel-good idea. It's a science-backed principle that can literally transform how you experience the world. You heard that right. You possess a unique superpower. It's not about flying or turning invisible, it's far more profound. This power is called the observer effect, and it has the potential to completely change your life from the inside out. For too long, many of us have been living at the mercy of our thoughts, letting them dictate our moods, our actions, and even our entire life path. But what if there was another way? What if you could step back, gain perspective, and choose how you respond to whatever goes on in your mind? That's what the observer effect is all about. It's a principle rooted in understanding that by simply observing something, you change its nature. And in this case, by observing your thoughts, you change their power over you. So what exactly is this observer effect when applied to our minds? At its core, it's the power of detachment from your thoughts. Think about it. How often do you get completely swept away by your inner dialogue? A negative thought pops up, and before you know it, you're down a rabbit hole of worry, self-doubt, or even anger. The observer effect teaches us to shift from being caught in that current to simply watching the river flow by. It's about learning to step back and simply your thoughts, rather than identifying with them or letting them drag you along. Here's a simple analogy that helps paint a clearer picture. Imagine your mind is like the vast, open sky. Your thoughts? They're just clouds passing through. Some are fluffy and light, some are dark and stormy, some are just fleeting wisps. But you are the sky, you are not the clouds. The clouds come and go, but the sky remains vast, untouched, always there, regardless of what passes through it. Your goal with the observer effect is to become that vast, still, and unaffected sky. You don't try to stop the clouds, chase them away, or even change their shape. You simply notice them. You witness them. This practice prevents your thoughts from dictating your actions and emotions. It's not about eliminating thoughts. That's like trying to stop the clouds from forming altogether, which is impossible and exhausting. Instead, the key principle here is to stop identifying with your thoughts. You might think, I am anxious. But with the observer effect, you learn to say, I am noticing an anxious thought. This small shift in language, reflecting a massive shift in perspective, creates a crucial space between you and your thoughts, giving you back your power. Let's bring this down to earth with a real-life scenario many of us can relate to. Anxiety. We've all been there. Maybe you have a big deadline looming, or you're about to meet someone new, and suddenly your mind starts racing. Thoughts like, what if I fail? Everyone will judge me. I can't do this. Start swirling. These anxious thoughts can feel like a tidal wave, overwhelming you and making your heart pound. You might feel a knot in your stomach. Your palms might get sweaty. And before you know it, you're spiraling. This is where your superpower kicks in. Instead of getting caught in that current of worry, you can use the observer effect to witness these thoughts without engaging with them. When that anxious thought pops up, instead of grabbing onto it and letting it pull you under, you acknowledge it. You might silently say to yourself, I notice an anxious thought arising. I notice I'm feeling nervous about this deadline. Crucially, you then choose to react to that anxious thought. You don't try to argue with it, justify it, or push it away. You simply observe it, like watching a leaf float by on a stream. What happens next is truly remarkable. By not feeding the thought with your attention and emotional energy, you starve it of its power. The thought, like the leaf, will eventually float on by. This practice allows anxiety to pass naturally, much like a storm cloud eventually moves across the sky. It prevents that initial anxious thought from spiraling into a full-blown panic attack or consuming your entire day. It creates a gentle but firm boundary between you and the mental noise, allowing you to experience the emotion without being defined or controlled by it. It's not about ignoring your feelings. It's about responding to them with wisdom instead of reflex. This detachment gives you the breathing room to choose your next step, rather than being swept away by fear. Now let's switch gears and talk about something else we all struggle with: productivity. Ever sat down to tackle a task, full of good intentions, only to find your mind wandering after just a few minutes? Boom! Distractions hit you like a flurry of feathers. Did I reply to that email? What's for dinner? I should check social media for just a second. Oh, I forgot to buy milk. Suddenly an hour has vanished, and you've barely made a dent in what you set out to do. Your focus is scattered and frustration starts to build. This is another prime opportunity to deploy the observer effect. When those distracting thoughts or impulses arise, instead of immediately acting on them, you become aware of them. You notice the thought, I'm thinking about that email, or I have an urge to check Instagram. You acknowledge it without judgment. You don't beat yourself up for being distracted. You simply observe it as another cloud passing through your mental sky. By observing the distraction, you regain control. You create that crucial space between the impulse and your action. Instead of being a puppet to every passing thought, you become the puppet master. You can then gently, and I mean gently, redirect your focus back to the current task. It's like being at the wheel of a ship. A gust of wind might try to push you off course, but by noticing it, you can steer back without panicking or fighting against it. This simple act of observing your wandering mind prevents these distractions from stealing your precious time and energy, allowing you to stay on course and accomplish what truly matters. You become more intentional with your attention, which is a game changer for getting things done. Okay, so you understand the concept. You've seen how it can work in real life. Now let's get practical. I want to introduce you to a quick, actionable practice you can do starting today, and it only takes 5 minutes. This isn't about becoming a meditation guru overnight. It's about taking the first powerful step toward mind mastery. Find a quiet space and sit comfortably. You don't need a special cushion or a perfect quiet room. Just find a place where you won't be interrupted for 5 minutes. Sit in a way that feels relaxed yet alert, maybe on a chair with your feet flat on the floor or cross-legged. Your spine should be relatively straight but not stiff. Close your eyes gently and focus on your breath for 1 minute. Just notice the sensation of the air coming in and out. Feel your chest rise and fall, the breath at your nostrils. Don't try to change your breath, just observe it. This helps to anchor you in the present moment, giving your mind something simple to focus on before we dive into the thoughts. For the next 3 minutes, simply observe your thoughts. This is the core of the exercise. As thoughts come and go, notice them. Don't chase them. Don't judge them. Don't try to figure them out or solve them. Just watch them. It's like you're sitting on a park bench and your thoughts are people walking by. You don't need to invite them for coffee or ask them where they're going. You just notice they're there, and then you let them pass. If your mind gets carried away, which it will, that's totally normal. Just gently, without frustration, bring your attention back to simply noticing the next thought that arises. This isn't about clearing your mind. It's about witnessing its natural activity. For the final minute, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Feel your body in the seat. Notice any sounds around you. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Take a moment to just be present. This simple 5-minute practice is a powerful step towards true mind mastery. It trains your brain to create that crucial space between you and your thoughts, giving you freedom you might not have known was possible. Give this exercise a try, and let me know how it goes in the comments. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next Mind Mastery Deep Dive. It's time to unlock your full potential. True freedom begins with understanding your own mind. Until next time, remember to breathe and observe. Cultivate inner peace and watch your world change. I look forward to hearing about your experiences. Let's master our minds together and create a better future. Click the link below to check out our new positive hoodies to keep you in the mood.